Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Friday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's time for the weekend special. We're here at K3LR, and we're just getting started, Andy. And good afternoon to you, and hello to everybody. We're going to talk about NVIS today. But before we talk about NVIS, I want to make sure that everybody knows that we have a new mobile-friendly website at DX Engineering. If you haven't tried it in the last 2 days to get on using your mobile devices, so whether you have an iPhone or an Android or anything else, mobile devices, we have a mobile-friendly website now, and it is ready to go, and it is rocking. It is just going nuts. So check it out. And also remember that we're shipping out of the West Coast now. We are shipping out of Sparks, Nevada. So don't be surprised if you see some of your packages may come from Sparks, Nevada, especially if you're on the West Coast. We're still shipping out of Talmadge, Ohio, but we've added Sparks, and things are rocking out of there every night too. So it's really cool. So let's talk about NVIS, and I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to go through a project that I've been working on here at K3LR. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what NVIS does. This is near vertical incidence skywave, and the idea is to reflect the radiation back down to the Earth and not go distances. For instance, NVIS is not DX, and so lowering the antenna closer to the ground causes the reflection from the ground to go pretty much straight up. And that is what we want to do when we are trying to, my objective is on a local net. And so a local net on 75 meters. Here's some interesting plots from WHJI. And he says this antenna with 3 untuned ground counterpoise wires has 3 dB more signal level. With many, it has 3.7. And in his own system, he believes that it was about 5 dB. So putting radials on the ground underneath your NVIS can help it. And remember, the idea is to go up and down. For me, I'm trying to work my Western Pennsylvania section stations with the sun up. And so the more energy that I can get up to the ionosphere and then back down, I don't want to go out here for DX. I want to come back down within a couple hundred miles. And so this is what it looks like. You know, this is the idea here, high angle. And remember, reciprocity exists. So this is good for both receive and transmit. Let's go down here and take a look at some slides. So this week we replaced my previous NVIS antenna, which was a 20 meter or a 20-foot high inverted V dipole, and fed with 50 ohm coax here. And so what we did was we built a mast using DX Engineering 3-inch and 2.875 inches OD. And this is the coupling because it's going to be 35 feet tall. And here's the top of the mast. Notice we put a cap on here to keep the rain out. And this is where the pulley is as well. Here's the pulley, as well as guys. These are Philly strand guy wires at the top. And here we are. This is the DX Engineering rope going through the pulley and get so that we can take the antenna up and down. And so here is the mast in place. Notice the Philly strand that's hanging off the side, and also the rope, and a little bit more of the pole. And right here is the junction. So it's 24 feet of 3-inch, followed by 13. Is that the, yeah, 13? No, I'm sorry, 11 feet out. 11 feet out gives us 35 feet at the pulley. And here's the dipole now at 35 feet. And this is the end of the dipole. And here's our new pole, aluminum pole. And here's our new feed system. And you may recall last week I showed you this new feed point choke. This is 40 number 31 beads over DX Engineering RG213 up to a little plastic box, and then the center conductor goes on one side and the shield goes on the other. And so this is a tuned half-wave dipole, and then the RG213 is held away from the tower so that the choke doesn't get detuned and then goes down the tower leg. And here's another shot. You can see the standoffs holding the choke out from the tower face, and you can see the wires for the new 80-meter NVIS dipole that's flat at 35 feet. So I recorded some signal strengths leading up to this. Wednesday and Thursday were with the old antenna, and then today was with the new antenna. And so these are stations that are anywhere from about 60 miles away to 150 miles away. Notice that N3HPL on Wednesday was plus 10, then dipped down on Thursday. In fact, everybody on the net dipped down, and then but today back up to 10. NY9H was 10 yesterday, 10 today. KC3KFW though was plus 10 yesterday. He was plus 17 today. WA3PBD was plus 5 yesterday, plus 10 today. KC3GMM, S4, S3, S4 today. I really want to hear KA3MKY because he's normally S0 here, and I really want to see if we made any improvement, but he didn't check into the net. My friend Bert, WA3WAW, was plus 10 on Wednesday, plus 20 today. KF3DK, S9 today. WQ3Q went from 6.5. He was S9 yesterday. He was 5 over 9 today. And K3JAS yesterday was S8. Today he was plus 15. So one day of data doesn't make or break this project, but I'm hopeful. It looks really good. So we'll see. We'll keep track of this, and I'll let you know what I learn as time goes on here, and we take some more measurements. That's what it's all about. But a fairly inexpensive antenna, especially if you have trees that you can use. I had one side was in a tree, one side had to be with the aluminum pole. So, and then the tower was the center. And let's see here, we've got Charlie Echo 5, Mike Juliet Victor on with us. And November 3 Foxtrot Mike. Bob is on. November Lima 7 Delta. And Mike 0 Kilo Papa Delta, the Rocket Man from the UK. And Dennis says, it's Kilo Echo 0 Delta Mike. He says, DX Engineering is the only company I will buy from. And 9 Mike 6 Kilo Oscar Mike. And AA6 Whiskey X-Ray from Puerto Rico. And Peter says, I love NVIS working. It's great for QRP, phone operation on 40 and 80. And so Andy says, under proper conditions, you can use NVIS and get DX. That is true. But the idea in this case, we have other antennas here to work DX with. And let's see, Submarine Radio Man, WA3 Mike Charlie Kilo says, great mobile device website, Tim. I use my own iPhone on the DX Engineering, and now it works at the speed of light, almost. Well, great, Howie. I'm glad you tried it. I got to tell you, the guys in IT have worked up a storm to get this thing, and they tested it like crazy. So I hope you enjoy it, Howie. KL4 Sugar X-Ray from Alaska is on. And let's see. We got Whiskey Juliet 3 United is on. And Rick, Whiskey X-Ray 8 Tango is on. And I don't know about WB9Z, Andy. I'm not sure. We got NC7B. He's working on his vertical dipole here to lower his maximum gain elevation angle. And our friend Rune is on from Norway, Lima Alpha 7 Tango Hotel Alpha. and Northern Ireland, Mike India 0, November Uniform Mike. And let's see, Joe, K0NEB, being able to switch to NVIS is helpful for statewide HF nets and filling in closer sections and sweepstakes. My 80-meter wire is 35 feet up. See, it's the same height. According to the models, that's where you get the peak gain going straight up. Whiskey 8 Mike Radio Lima. And from Ireland, it's Echo India 3 India Echo Bravo. And Rick, Kilo Bravo 3 November Golf is on with us. And let's see, who else? Kilo Delta 5 November Yankee Tango. Kilo Charlie 0 Mike Kilo Sierra. And did I miss what nets these stats were from? So Mario, that's Kilo Alpha 2 India Radio Quebec. That's from the Western Pennsylvania Health and Wellness Net that's held every morning during the week on the top of 75 meters. And we got Whiskey 2 Alpha Lima November. Joe is on. And Joe, K0NEB, says, I also put in another order from DXE yesterday. Thanks very much, Joe. And Alpha Lima 7 Mike in Alaska. And from Kentucky, it's Whiskey 0 Golf Uniform Yankee. And India Whiskey 0 Golf Victor Golf. And from the Barbados, it's 8 Papa 6 Charlie Hotel. And let's see, Kevin, Kilo 3 Kilo Tango Bravo. My 80-meter antenna is so low, I don't have a choice, but I did make a QSO with K3LR. So great to have you on there, Kevin. And yeah, Captain Jack, I got a text earlier today about JAK30 passing away. Really, really sad. He was a great amateur radio operator and a great human being, and we're going to miss him. And Kilo 7 Zulu Queen, Johnny, he says, I use NVIS on 20 and 40. It'd be a fan dipole, 3 feet parallel to the ground for summits on the air. Works great. And our friend Reinhard from RF Kit, Delta Hotel 3 November Alpha Bravo, and Andy, 2 Echo 0 Radio Echo Echo. From Russia, it's Radio 6 Delta Papa Quebec. And Mike, November 5 Germany, Japan, Quebec. Kilo Delta 5 November Yankee Tango in Houston. And see, Pete says, thanks for these sessions. November 1 Quebec, Delta Quebec. And Pete is in Rhode Island. Kilo Papa 4 Zulu is on. And Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Oscar Yankee from Maryland. And good afternoon from Kilo Charlie 8 Radio Juliet Sierra, your Mogador neighbor. That's very close to Talmadge. And let's see, Ryan says, Joe Eisenberg, that might be why my 80 through 10 meter dipole works so well at 23 feet for 3 Bravo 9 Zulu, or 3982 and 3950, but also works good on some other frequencies as well. And Chuck, KA3DFK, you always have a good signal to my QTH here in Greensburg. Well, always want to have a good signal, and I also want to hear every signal that's out there as well. And Jason, Whiskey Golf 0 Fox Tango, says, thank you for enabling a mobile formatted site. Yes, the DX Engineering website is now mobile friendly, and also pads, iPads, any sort of smaller computers. The website automatically sizes now. It's fabulous. I went on there yesterday. I couldn't help myself. I kept buying stuff. I placed several orders. And Mark says, my 80-meter ladder line fed doublet facing northeast at 40 feet went up at the new QTH before the TV antenna, before the 2-meter vertical, before even ordering phone service. Always good to have you on, Mark. November 4 Bravo Charlie Delta. And we let's see that I think we've got everybody in the chat. So that's been my project this week, was to raise up the antenna. We'll continue to give you more data as the days and weeks go on, because it's a fun project, and we've got lots of fun projects planned for this summer here at K3LR, and you're going to be in the middle of it, because you're going to get to see what is going on. I really enjoy these emergency preparedness nets. I'm very active in my club and in my section, and I'm on the air on 75 meters checking into these section nets every day, sometimes 2 or 3 nets a day. And it's part of giving back, and part of the responsibility of being a good radio amateur is being prepared not only to work DX, but to be able to work stations that are close in, because sometimes that's where the emergencies are, and we got to be prepared. And so we've got, let's see, Andy says he just looked at the mobile site and he likes it. That's good. And Michael Collins says, November 8, November Delta, I bought from DX Engineering an Alpha Delta DXCC, and up at 40 feet, it does very well. So glad to hear it. That's a big dog, Michael. Wow, jeez, that's a big dog. So this weekend, we got the Michigan State QSO party is on the air. We got Texas Parks are on the air. We have the Ontario QSO party this weekend. The CQMM contest is on this weekend. That's a worldwide event. There are 12 to 14 different events going on this weekend. You can find more information at the WA7 Bravo Norway Mike website. Just Google WA7 BNM and get on the air this weekend and have some fun. And if you need more stuff, you know where to come. DXengineering.com has everything you need for ham radio. There are some back orders right now. Some of the suppliers are having trouble getting parts. Rest assured, we're doing everything we can to get stuff in quick and get it into your hands quick. Until Tuesday, when it'll be time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff, 73 from DX Engineering.